Hello, welcome to another episode of the Business of Life Club's YouTube. I want to talk about a situation yesterday. So yesterday I went to a business conference which was in a movie theatre, which was pretty cool actually, everyone in the seats and then different speakers in front of the screen and then obviously the usual PowerPoint stuff on the massive screen itself. And me and my colleague, out of 150 people, were the only ones there not in a suit, and I loved it. There were some great suits there, like people in £1,000 Armani suits, looking great. Everyone had ties on as well, and there was me just in a normal t-shirt and jumper, winter coat, trainers, chilled out, and my colleague was the same. But I just want to say, just enough. Like, I only wear suits for sort of two occasions, and it's funerals and weddings, and I only ever want to own two suits for those two different reasons. Now, recently I threw away literally all the suits I had. Now I've only got one, which is a black one, which I unfortunately had to buy in December for my uncle's funeral. And I've got a wedding in August. I'll buy a nice, I suppose more wedding-y type suit than black for that event, and then I'll have my two again, and that'll be that, just for those things. I mean, I've got two of the business shows coming this month down in London, and again, I'm just going to go, as dressed down as possible. And really, it's because I believe that the formality limits the creative. It creates robots out of otherwise, fantastic, humans, potentially great people, and it champions everyone being similar and fitting in, when really all we really need right now in business, in life and everything is people to be unique, bring their own skill set, their own perspectives and opinions, and create different value to bring together to create a monster machine. And I just do think the formality of it, and I looked at it yesterday, I just thought it just sucks the human out of us. Like, I want to speak to everyone there who I meet, someone I've just met down the pub or on a stag do when loads of random lads come together and become best friends. Like, I want to create friends, not, associates. I want to get the best out of everyone I meet. I want to encourage them, to be themselves and, to show what got them to that place in the first place, right? That's what we need to do. And obviously I'm looking and we're thinking, we're saying to each other, right, we're the only dudes here, dressed like this. What about, it's a corporate industry, like what will everyone else think? And I just said, well, just be good enough not to give a fuck. And that's what it's about. I think if you're good enough, it really doesn't matter. People will admire you anyway, no matter what you wear, no matter what you do. And I don't need a £1,000 Armani suit or some bullshit sports car to tag my self-esteem to. I know who I am, I know what I'm about. Now, look, if you've made it and you love fancy stuff, kudos to you, you've won, I have nothing to say about that. But if you're on the up, if you're on the grind to sort of get where you want to be, like I am, like I always will be, because doing what I love is doing what I love, it'll never be enough for me, then, keep your money in your pocket and just do you. I'm not trying to impress some CEO in the 90s who's got a fucking Filofax. I don't give a shit about that. It's 2018. The world needs to wake up. It's changing. I mean, look at all the new digital marketing agencies that are popping up. Each new one's a bit more crazy than the previous one because they're trying to, show off their unique creative ability and what they can do and make an impact. And I think they're just doing it right. Like, did Mark Zuckerberg create Facebook in a suit in his dorm room? No. Did Musk with SpaceX, was he wearing a suit? I don't think so. You can't change the world in a suit. Now, that is one of my crazy truths. I just believe that. Find the crazy genius inside of you, let them thrive, and people will probably remember you. I think people will remember us from that event yesterday, and probably that mouse that ran across the stage too, because that was different too. Have a good one. Hope you took some value from this one, and have a great Friday.